Hi, buddy. Jeff Allen here, and I'm responding to a LinkedIn post by Patrick Bosek that you did a few days ago, Patrick, and I want to deal with it. I'm kind of going back and seeing all these posts and kind of making a bunch of little videos about them. These video replies are faster than writing, and they don't have to worry about too long didn't read, right? Um, your post here about going back to the fundamentals and profit and growth and all the tech hangover and all that, and it's going to change the whole thing of a customer experience, and it's going to be important. And uh, and I mentioned and an idea of everything in history, human history, has been built on efficiency and repeat customers, and that's so true. And I was business development director of TransPerfect. The number one that that went beyond the 1 billion revenue barrier, the kind of threshold of in 2021, right? Now it's 2022. and and one of the things where during my second year, I was actually just created a significant amount of big of repeat business. Because the first year I was creating the business, it was I was in a brand new territory, and was had to create everything from scratch. Right? Sorry, I got my Halloween cough, but I'm kind of dealing with trying to get rid of this cough that we're working on with the doctors. The natural meds aren't working yet, so we got to get a little boost here with some other meds. The I was supposed to be a TCOM, but I couldn't go to TCOM because of this. Plus, I had COVID, so that didn't help, right? And talk there, but I didn't get to talk. But the repeat businesses during my second year, I actually Phil Shaw, the CEO of translation.com, gave me a call one day. He says, Jeff, what are you doing? How are you getting so much business every day? Every year, just popping off all these contracts of the same customers. Because he said, oh, this customer keeps, and I said, dude, Phil, you keep sending all your sales conferences to all this. Sales 101. The first thing you learn in sales is that the billboards and the marketing boards and all that cost more money than retaining customers and having repeat business. So I'm just doing what you tell us to do. And I'm just doing it right. I'm not just listening to it and preaching it. I'm doing it. Just do it, says Nike, right? So I'm doing it. That's what I was doing 15 years ago. That was literally 15 years ago. And it just, up to the day I left, I signed a huge contract the day I left, okay? Didn't see that commission, I didn't care. I just showed the proof is in the pudding, right? And the repeat business was crazy because and the key to this, and I think this is, Patrick, you're right, and I think there are a couple elements and there are things that are really important to understand in this whole thing. In the whole content ops, language ops, language field, content field, what do you want to call this thing, right? It keeps changing names to make better buzzwords, right? But the thing is to do repeat business, to optimize and to thing. And I'm making a whole new video on everything I've been doing for the past 20 years is only is replication. I say in the thing. I have a whole video just on this and a response to Renato. Sorry, I got like a cough, but I can't get rid of it yet, right? Everything I've been doing has been the replication of optimization and automation rather than innovation. Okay, so that's the key thing. But everyone keeps saying it's innovation. I said no, it's not. And I got a whole video about that, so that's separate. I haven't put it up yet because it's going through the whole process of getting produced, and then I'll put it up on YouTube. I'm doing other videos here at the same time. Same computer processing. I can't do two things at one time. The same computer with the same software. But that's an innovation. So the whole thing, and I think this is really key, is new business, making sure that you separate it so that you got people that are working a new business and people that are working on a repeat business. And what others have been saying, Thomas Edwards and Jessica Rathke have been saying, in addition on this on other places too, is that one of the key things that we've been struggling is in this language industry is that we are not, yeah, we're not, we don't have strategic account management. That's what they're saying, and that's true, and I totally agree with them. They're saying that we get new customers, we work on this, but build we don't have a structure. We have PMs to work in the production, but we don't have strategic account executives that are working on keeping the business and keeping the customers and not allowing another to kick out the incumbent. Okay, that's another thing. Kick out the incumbent to get new business, right? But then we don't have people to keep in there to keep the customer happy. That's the key thing, right? So this is where a lot of organizations are struggling because they're struggling so much to get the new business. They're not struggling. They're not working hard enough to retain existing the existing customer with repeat business. Okay, repeat business is the key, and I've done that in my career, right? So across different fields, not just language industry. So that's so if so one thing is the repeat business, that's key. And how to do that is to have a strategic account management in place to deal with this. Not just PMs doing production, right? Because they're just doing the operations. People that are focusing on how to improve the relationships with the customers and to make sure they're happy. No, happy, satisfied. Okay, I'm an audit, nice 9,000 auditor too, been for 17 years. So customer satisfaction was one of the key things in ISO 9000. Okay, ISO 9001 was one of the key things. Customer satisfaction. That's why I've always been focusing on this ever since I've been certified since 2005. And so customer satisfaction, then the efficiency part. And I mentioned about the whole efficiency, optimization, automation. That's our whole industry and language industry is our issue is optimization and efficiency because there are so many layers and it's so complicated and we're doing so much manual work. Now all we need to do is just optimize it, right? And have tools that can help us do what humans could do. Have the tools help install to deal with the email processing, all this stuff. Stop doing the emails. This is all manual work. Have it in systems. Now the interoperability of the systems is a key thing too. That's a lot of work. Been there, done it. I've helped build connectors between all kinds of TMSs and GMSs and CMSs and stuff. And so been there and done it many times. And that's where a lot of our struggle is because we have so many tools out there in this spider web of things that they all can't connect. And so you end up doing manual copy pasting, right? Of content between emails and systems or between systems or whatever. And I think that this is the key thing. So these are some things and those that are able to optimize it and reduce their manual work and to focus on using the human brain to work on what the human brain can do and let the processes, algorithms, computers, whatever you want to call these things, do to automate or semi-automate the rest of the cycle that doesn't need to be manual and has no added value by doing manual copy pasting, right? That is going to be the key for a lot of people. So that's my thoughts on it, and I think I think we've got a lot of work to do. And this whole industry, it's like the whole industry of language industry is like anybody can become a translator, right? Because if you just say you're bilingual, which not everybody is, right? But everybody can say, they've been doing translation work or whatever for their brother or sister or something, and they got some language skills. They be translators, and you have all this. Just the industry's flooded with these people. That's the services side. Then you got a lot of people doing the language technologies. I've been listing these things for 20 years, making presentations on this all the time, all kinds of conferences. And I'd say, look at all these tools; they're all doing the same thing. And then look, all these tools are all doing the same thing. And look at that, I keep saying, and you see some come and go, and come and go, and come and go. And the ones that stay are the ones that got money, right? So the rest of them are trying to do innovation, but they're trying to reinvent the wheels of what others have done. So it's, again, not innovation. It's just trying to make it easier to use. And making things easier to use is not always innovation, right? It's just efficiency. So lots of great stuff here. I can add my 2 cents. Take it with a grain of salt. It might apply in some places, might not. Just depends if it's worth it for whatever, a specific person needs or not. But at least I'm trying to, do that and listen to customers and see what they want. And it works for them, and I tell them what it won't work. I'll tell them what won't work, because it just won't work. Because it's just going to cost too much for them to pay for it. So hopefully that answers some questions, adds little things in, and gives them more opinions as we all try to sell more pies, build efficiency in what we're doing, and create repeat business. Thanks so much.